G'day guys, I've just been informed that you will not be able to buy a GPX-5000 from, well, not a new one anyway, from the shops, unless you've got old stock. Yeah, basically production's been killed on the GPX-5000. So it's going to become another rare as hen's teeth detector. When you think about it, you now with the PI detectors, you got a choice of secondhand what you can get. You got to remember they're going to drop the really early ones are going to dry up just through natural attrition. You got a choice of the SDC 2300 on Minelab stuff, and you're doing a big jump to the GPX 6000 and another big jump to the 7. So all that mid-range detector, gold detector product, which basically was the 5000's gone. I don't know if that's a good idea, and I'll tell you why. Well, it's called. Well, we all know what it's called. It's called the Algo Force 1500. That is going to fill that void when people can't get a cheaper GPX version. So we have a void. We've been told there's a new detector coming out at the Minelab Detector Conference, which is not that far away. I've spoken to a few people. Some say, yeah, it may happen. Others say, I'll see it when I believe it. And others say, yeah, it's going to. So we don't know. You can't get it from the horse's mouth. It's all hearsay. So that's our options at the moment. I'd say they have to fill that void. They're not going to fill it with an Equinox 800 or 900 or something, maybe. I don't know. It's not really the detector for that niche PI market. So I think this is quite interesting. The timing is uncanny because yesterday, I don't know if you can see behind me here, I've been working on a new complete board structure. Let's have a look at payments go through, popping up on the phone. I think David's at the post office. But which means more detectors are going to come in here and I'm going to get interrupted. So basically I've worked on a complete new board setup, and I actually I did one tentatively. I put it out in the field, right? Today it went up in mineralized ground against a couple of 6,000 detectors. Okay. And I just got the feed. I was trying to make this video, but I had to stop because I was getting the feedback from phone calls on what happened. And you won't believe what I use for the test detector. I use a GP 3500. I put the whole thing in a GP 3500. So that was a test detector, and no one will believe it, but it was giving better response on the signals than the other thing. And I just don't like giving too much information away on this stuff because it really things have a way of coming back around and things happen. But we'll just say this. I don't even know if I want to say it, but I probably could. The test was done by an ex-Minelab detector tester. I'll leave it there, and you can work that one out. And other well-known industry people would say that. Well, not in the yeah. I just can't give too much away. Really, I can't, because what happens? I'll tell you what happens. Bit here, a bit here, a bit there, and a bit there starts making the jigsaw puzzle very, very clear. I just, even saying Minelab tester, but he might not have tested. He might not have tested for Minelab. He might have tested for some other place. Okay, so just make it a bit broader, just so it doesn't come back. Apart from that, yeah, it's very interesting times. So anyway, I've done what I did for that 35, which is coming back to me. I'll have it back here at about 6 o'clock this evening. So it's a little bit 1 hour and 20 minutes away. So I want to be ready for that. I want to get all the feedback on that. And I'm definitely going to have the camera off because who's going to walk in? I'm not having them on the video. But at the moment, the one I've done here, okay, this will probably blow your mind a little bit. But how about I can turn it on and show you. I just don't want the camera too close to the electronics because people zoom in. Now that's why I'm not using the high-res camera. People zoom in and try and see what I've done or doing and try and copy it. Of course they try and copy it. But this stuff here will be going into a really good potting compound, very much like on the 6000s and 7000s, that if you try and get into it, you'll probably destroy it. So should I fire this up? And that's a mono coil. So there is a mono coil. I'll turn this thing on anyway, see what happens. I know you can probably see on this oscilloscope something's popped up. Now, that's on a mono. I'm not joking you, it's on a mono. Ground balances beautifully. I've got it sitting over the, if you can see down there, I've got it sitting over the tub of the hottest of the hot. So, bag of Kalgoorlie hot rocks, second collection, which I've got. They are quite reactive. But anyway, I've got the gain down on this. I just want to show you a couple of little things. Just the state of the art of electronic design, how we're going. How about the stars? We'll use our, around that way, that 0.05, or if you want, I can use that 0.049, which I don't want to lose. I think it's here. Oh, zero. There you go, 0047. There you go. Can you see that there? There you go. It's probably a bit blurry, but that's it there in the bottom of the bag. Tiny little speck. I don't know if it'll pick it up. I haven't tried, but we'll see what happens. Knows it's there. I just got to run a bit of gain because there's no. I've got very, very small amount of gain. I don't want to get all the chirp. Running a mono, there's hardly any chirp on that. That is very, very quiet. So tell you right now, in all my experience over all the years, I've never been able to use a mono of any description to pick up something so damn small without having complete blast of 50 hertz, 60 hertz, sorry. God, I've been reading American stuff. Yeah, a big, massive blast of mains interference. Like even here, it's a cold day. I've got the heater on, electric heater, and yeah, power supplies everywhere, and she's running quite good. So you probably see on the oscilloscope, if anyone's looking, the waveforms look completely different. So you may be able to scratch your head about that. Anyway, 0.047. Just rolled down to the bottom of the bag. Try that. Now I'll just use the point one for a better signal, because it's getting a bit ridiculous using such tiny gold. So we're getting it about there. That's a point one. But you got to remember, I've got this cranked down. I don't want to blast everything. I'm just showing the sensitivity overall and how we can cut through. Going to hate me touching it because there's nothing. Everything's on twisted pair wires. It's nothing shielded, so it's sitting outside of the detector here. But we'll just give it a go. Okay, we've got a little bit more chirp coming through, but like I say, it's a mono running in the room. So up about here somewhere, and it's actually coming through, cutting through the noise. Let's have a look where I've got this thing. Yeah, it's sitting in mono. I've actually got it in tracking, which probably isn't a good thing. Okay. She'll blast, so you can probably see on the oscilloscope behind me the decay curve coming up on the first leading edge of the signal. Like I say, crank the noise up too much. You need a bigger target, but use the end of a screwdriver, you know. Yes. Normal timings too, by the way. Everything's done in normal timings. If I'll put it into oh, hang on, I'll just put it over into enhance, just for the fun of it. I've turned the gain right down. Enhance is a lot noisier, just the way it works. But even on the, I should even pick up on that easy enough. The 0.5, basically no gain. You can just hear it, but the idea on this was getting rid of as much interference, and trying to run a mono in here is a complete fool's errand, as you all know. So I'll just turn this off and have it. I'll put the double D on there just for fun, and I've got it sitting over a stack of hot rocks and stuff at the moment too. I mean, you know, lead goes around there. So there's a double D. This will give you a better idea of the overall sensitivity by being able to cancel. The thing is, it doesn't actually cancel out the interference. It only gives the illusion of cancelling out the interference. The interference is still there. It's all still going through the front end and you know, bashing the poor old input stage to pieces. But we'll wire this up and get it going properly. Here we go. Now I need to put this in cancel mode, don't I? That would help. Okay, she's in cancel mode now. The thing is, even I've got the multimeter leads and things connected to this, it does introduce noise from the room into the circuit, and everything's on wiring which is basically way too long for the inputs and stuff. It's adding too much capacitance. And there's also, there's no real way of keeping it quiet. It's just going to pick up the amount of, if I get an oscilloscope probe and just touch the wooden desk, it runs up to about 30 volts peak AC interference. So you just know it's everywhere. Anyway, we'll use the magic stick for this. This is on basically more or less zero, I think. I don't know if I got that. That might help. Remember on some of those detectors you had to rub the coil to get a signal? Give it about 20% gain. Hopefully you can hear that coming from the speaker, wherever it is, there. I'll just aim the speaker at me so you can probably hear it a bit better. Getting up to about maybe a third gain. You can't probably see me swing over the coil, but so we're getting up about here somewhere, about that. But the thing is, there's no noise. Now, normally when you start getting that, the circuitry unbalances and you start getting noise through your detector. Let's see how far we can go with this one. I haven't actually trimmed everything yet how I want to. I'm just proving a methodology, right? Which is actually, it's a long time coming, but we'll get there. Okay, go with a good whine that time. So, because the way the coils are designed, still a little bit of unbalance there. It's going to pick up some noise. It's not much. About here somewhere. But you got to remember, I'm using tiny gold. Let's crank it up a bit more. I don't know how far I can crank this up. I actually haven't run on double D yet. I've been only doing all the tests on the mono because I need to balance the same, like have the same signal into both channels, because in mono it does use both. So got to get it right. I haven't done anything to do with noise control as such in changing the frequency or anything. Just see how we're going. About there. Look how high we are. That's ridiculous. Use a 0.1 just for the fun of it. Not that tiny thing. I'll push it a bit more, and again, you got to remember this. All this burble won't be happening out in the gold fields unless you're under power lines. But Let's see where we are. Jesus, I've got tons of gain to go. I wasn't where I thought I was, but it'll blow your ears off. Like I say, it's loud, it's sensitive as. It's up here somewhere, but it's in the noise. The thing is, that noise goes away. This will be up here somewhere. It's just that these coils are not properly balanced. It's the only issue. We can make it, well, I could always use my properly balanced one, but it's not really commercially available. So it's great for the lab, but it's not really good to show anybody the capabilities. That might quieten it down a bit. Let's try. It's sitting over the hot rocks, but we'll give it some more hot rocks even at higher gain and just see how she goes. If I get the right control on this. Okay, down you go. Shit, banging the coil. Hang on. I don't think I can get rid of the whole bag of hot rocks, but they're all Kalgoorlies. They're damn all crazy. But let's drop it directly on all this ironstone here. That's a tub of ironstone sitting on the Kalgoorlie hot ground. I'm just of interest to see if I can bang it straight out. Okay. That won't help. Now, just make sure this stem stays in the right position. It basically gets rid of it. It's bloody big ass. Forgot this metal stuff back in the drawer down here. But it is cancelling it out because it's not really in motion. You probably bang the coil, move it a bit and pick it up. Maybe not, who knows. So that's what we got at the moment. And even at, it's not nowhere near highest gain either. We'll try 0.05 like that, just in normal mode, by the way. Can't really do much with that because the noise is just swamping. But how much gain can we get out of it? That's flat out. Like I say, it's got a lot of gain. I just want to find a single hot rock. Hang on a sec. I don't know where to other stuff is, but let's see if we can just get rid of one big lump of ironstone. It's completely crazy, I know. Not a problem. It's getting swamped by all the ironstone. Now, let's kill it. Like I say, even running a cancel setup inside the workshop at these gain levels is not really something you should do. I know I'm just giving an indication of how punchy it is. So yeah, like I say, it is flat out. It's just on normal. It is a 45. I can go put in a sensitive extra, which will be even more sensitive. But yeah, I'm just trying to find my standard hot rock, which most detectors will not be able to handle. And I've put it somewhere special. As you can see, the bench was clean because I had to start this new project. So hang on a second. Amazing. There's also should be another one here. Like this is stuff that I had on my bench and I just threw it in here because it was just piling up. There we go. And there's its mate. So they should not have gone off the bench, but they did. Okay. Even on a pile of nasty ironstone there, I'll see if we can punch these out at full gain. I don't know. Sensitive extra full gain. Now, even air currents will upset this at the moment, I think. No? That might tell someone something. Anyway, let's try this one. Okay. Into tracking, bang. Gone. And the other one, this is actually very nasty, this one. Basically gets rid of it, but like I say, it's sitting on the tub of the things. So I don't know what you expect, you know. That's Kalgoorlie dirt. Sorry, Denali Dirt, Great Western, and Kalgoorlie stuff. And we'll just shut it up by turning the gain back down. But it really is quite amazing. Even if I put it into mono. Oh, by the way, too, I should have shown this, that everyone who detects with their detectors set to double D when they're using a mono coil, I've overcome that discrepancy where it's better in DD. I found something else with the detectors as well. So when you put it into mono now, you're getting pretty close to 3 dB signal noise ratio improvement. And I can probably show you that if I'll just crank it up so you can just hear that 005, and I'll try it in mono. Oh, I need a mono coil to do that, don't I? Because that's not going to work on that thing because it's damn well. Anyway, I'll do it anyway. I'll stick it on a mono coil. I'll just show you the sensitivity difference. Well, how about I'll actually stick it in there on this stuff. Right? It won't fit perfectly, but there you go. It's sitting on a bed of ironstone. That's ridiculous, isn't it? But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. That's got a natural bend of this cable, wants to go that way. I'm going to force it to go the other way. I had to do I had to take all my little vices away. They're all too close to the coil. Then I noticed I've got this thing here. This is a circuit board heater, preheater. If you're doing surface mount components, you want to take one and off. I bought this. It's I probably got it unplugged. No, it's on. There you go. You can set it to heat this plate up. It goes up to about 200 or more degrees. I haven't run it flat out. But I'll tell you what, you put it on 60 degrees and it makes a fantastic coffee warmer. You put your coffee cup on it, it keeps it warm. It'll stay warm for hours. Because I continually end up, because I'm working, you have a cup of coffee or something, you put it down, you forget about it, you go to drink it, and it's like drinking ice cubes. So I put it on there, and it stays warm. So completely crazy, I know. But let's plug this mono in. Okay. Got wires everywhere here. They shouldn't be. Okay, we'll stick it in double D. Okay. Now, first of all, I'll ground balance it as best I can. And I'll show you this. You'll like this. Okay. Nice, snappy, clean waveforms. I'm smacking it down on those things. So what I do now, even on that, I'm just going to shove it in fixed, and drop my stick. So just see if we can hear the 0.05. Now I know I'm not waving it that way, but this is just to show something to do with the receiver. Okay, now that's in DD. Now using one channel, let's use both channels. So now it's in mono mode. Well, I think there's double the signal there, if you ask me. So that's how you get your 3 dB back instead of going into mono and losing signal, which is really weird. But anyway, that's working. Like I say, I've got the gain right down. I haven't done the proper gain scaling. At the moment, it runs bucket loads of gain, and I could probably lower it more. It's just where I want to put the gain scaling. I can do a lot of things. I can add more here, add more there, and change the scaling so it's here or there, and incorporate all sorts of stuff. So a lot of that is going to be fine-tuned. And I've actually got to put this one in the detector. When I did this and stuck it in the 3500, it was far better behaved than this, because like I say, it's all hanging out. It's it's like I don't know, it's like it's got its guts hanging out or something. It's not very good, but sounds really nice, snappy, handles the ground. So this is something that I've been working on for a while, and yeah, it's gonna be I don't know. I'm actually scared about putting it out there in the marketplace, unless I do the potting. Now, what I was going to suggest, and this is anyone who's hung around this long, if I'll turn off the noise. If you've hung around this long, you must have an interest. So with this, if I pot them into little black modules, actually not so little, but I've got to look at this carefully. I'm going to think about doing this. there's a lot of people overseas who want to have detectors modified. Okay, they're all around the world, and at the moment they're going to send them in. I've had people from places like the Middle East areas, not saying in particular countries because I'll probably look out for it, but you know, they have to take the boards out of the detector and send them over, just the board, you know, and it's a good way of doing it. It makes a very small package. And you know, you write on it. They write on it something like, I don't know, dishwasher control board or something, because there's some countries they do not allow you to have metal detectors. I don't know the reason why. So dishwasher control boards or machine controllers or whatever, you know, or PLCs or I don't know what they call it. Like, I've had all sorts of weird stuff written on stuff. So basically, it goes back in the same packaging, right? So that's the way it's done. Comes in, goes out, and you know, as far as anyone knows, it's all for repair, isn't it? But what I was thinking, rather than doing that, if I make these modules up, Dave's going to kill me for doing this if I say it, because I know. But I could make them up and make them as a kit. You can install them yourself. Now, I've got to be very careful saying this because you really got to know what you're doing. You can't just go, oh, yeah, I'll do it myself. You know, like I'll put a new engine in my car. You know, there's not much you can damage. But working on your circuit boards and pulling stuff off and putting stuff on and all the intricate track work, you can make a complete, utter, total mess, and you'll have to send it in anyway to get fixed. I don't want to see that. But there are a few guys I know who are technical enough to be able to do it. So maybe we'll try one area in South America, another area in the Middle East, and maybe another setup over in the Ukraine or even Russia. I mean, God, you know, I'm not going to get political. You know, Russians are pretty good. Ukrainians can do it as well. You know, bloody, I'll go to Estonia. I don't care who's neutral over there. Um, um, Bulgaria, Poland, whatever. But you know, maybe there's something like that we can do. I don't know, but with the drying up now, according to my sources, it's out there. It's written up officially too by some of the dealers that the 5000 is no longer going to be able to be purchased as a new unit. So I don't know if they're sold out of all those GPX-45s they had destined for the Middle East, and next minute they didn't want to have them going over there because of rules and regulation changes. So that was the re-released. I don't know what you want to call that, but there's a lot of people out there who you just read. I look at stuff on Facebook who are going absolutely nuts trying to get hold of old serial number GPX 4500s. The thing is, though, even with the new 13-digit serial number, if you're going to get it modified, it doesn't make any damn difference. The you can redo everything exactly the same and have the punch of the older detector with the higher gain because you're putting variable gain in the other detectors and you bringing it up to that level and beyond. So there's no real issue with that as such. They are more forgiving. You can, well, I always get stuck on these points because it's like I'm trying to say something without saying it, and it's just difficult. It's difficult. Anyway, that's the new stuff there. I don't even know if you can zoom in and see that. I should even have a look and see what I can see in here. I can't see that much. But like you can't see component numbers, names, values, or anything like that. Maybe if you zoomed in, I don't know. Zoom in and tell me so you can see. But like I say, I might even change this design slightly. I have done it so it will exceed at everything you sort of throw at it, ground-wise. And that's a whole new subject I can get right in on that too. But I'm not going to at the moment. Make sure there's no knocks on the door. No, someone's banging around out there, but I think it's the kids. Yeah, so I've got a lot of stuff happening out in the field. Had my iPad here. I could show you some photos, but it's probably saying too much as well. Maybe, I don't know. I had to put stickers over people's faces or something. I don't know. It's really, you get put in a position where there's a lot of stuff I just got to go and say, guys, you're all interested in this stuff. I will tell you all about, what's going on here and there and that. So just keep up with it all. But it just exposes other people to scrutiny, and they'll get harassed and they'll blame me for their harassment, and and then cat's out of the bag on other stuff, and I won't be popular. I'll be popular on YouTube, but I won't be popular around here. It's just the way it is. It's good. Like, I don't like people keeping secrets from me. I like knowing what's going on, right? So I think everyone's like that. You want to know what's going on, so we try and find out. But yeah, I've had some good talks with people. I cannot mention names at all, but getting a lot of information coming in, and it's just a matter of filtering it. So, guys, if you got secrets, it is safe. I'm not going to go and mention anything, whatever that was. Came up security reminder. I wonder what that is. Oh, hang on a second. I saw what it was. I better go check that out, actually. It had some other letters on there. I just tweaked to what it was. So that's enough of this video. If you're interested in the idea, you technical people, if you are interested in putting stuff in detectors, if you're technically competent and you have a decent workshop and your hands don't do this when you're soldering and stuff, it may be a possibility at some stage. I'm going to talk to Dave about it. He may have different reasoning why not to than what I do. I think it's just greater reach, and it gets some of the workload off my shoulders. So that's my way of looking at it. But then again, you may look at it completely differently. You go, don't do that, don't. This'll happen and that'll happen, and all sorts of the ceiling will come tumbling down or something. I don't know. But it's just a thought. But at the moment, I will be doing some test detectors, and I've only got 2 boards so far. One's out there, one's there, so I have to build up more of them. And it's not quick and easy to do. It's time consuming. There's a lot of intricate balancing that needs to be done, and I need to do that before I even have one go out the door. I've done that. This one's not balanced, so it may be a little bit more overly noisy than what the other one was. But as you can see, it's in the ballpark figure, because we get a gain when we go into mono mode on the mono coil using the 2 input channels in parallel, rather than switching one out and just having the mono channel by itself. So yeah, there's a gain straight away by doing things to the input stage or wherever. Yeah. On a note, yeah. There's other stuff. No, I'm not going to say. I'll save it for another video. There's some interesting things happening around the place, and for these other interesting things, guys, if you want to have the interesting thing that may be coming out through a third party, not me. I'm not going to do this. It's not my bag, but I'm going to tell you the models, and it's applicable to all these models. $2,200. GP Extreme, GP 3000, GP 3500. Those models. There is something very interesting coming out for those models. And I'm pretty sure it's going to come out. I know it's been done. I don't know if it's going to be done just for one detector, for whoever owns it. But well, I've done it before, a long time ago, but it was difficult to do, and now we have ways that we can, analog control digital data for a particular reason, and have a very favourable adjustable effect. You can't do it on the newer detectors. You'd have to crack the code, but the other ones you can. But I'm not going to say too much about it. I want to have discussions anyway with this guy, and we'll see if we can do something magical for the other detectors, which I'd say if this ever gets released, they're going to be rare as hen's teeth, and they're going to be snapped up by everybody because it is quite good what it is, which I can't say because I'd be letting the cat out of the bag, and maybe the cat's meant to stay in the bag or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's a bit of a curly one, but I'll be finding out some info and what I can say, what I can't on that. Leave it there. Yep. And yibbida yibbida. That's all, folks. How's that? Catches.